Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's episode of the Daily Dose. Today is Wednesday, January 4th. The markets were higher today. The S&P 500 was up 0.75%. But the S&P 500 still remains in this range that we've been in for about 2 weeks now, I would say. Let's see when we came in here at first, the 16th. So, yeah, it's been a little over 2 weeks. A lot of chop in this market, kind of just consolidating and going sideways. And when you see this type of price action in a market, it generally means that a big move is going to come when we break out of this zone. And if you zoom out on this chart, so let me zoom out for a second, and you look at this chart, what makes the most sense to you as far as a big move? Do you think we're going to see a big move to the upside and break through this trend line? Or do you think that we're going to see a big move to the downside and continue this channel that we're in, and potentially hit the lows and make new lows? Well, the Federal Reserve came out today and said that there are going to be no rate cuts in 2023, that their focus remains on inflation and getting it under control. And while inflation does remain high at the moment, there are a lot of very smart investors that would disagree with the Fed, that would say deflation is a higher risk to the economy right now. And while that may be true, it's more of a hypothetical at the moment because it's not actually happening. The reality of where we're at right now is that inflation is still over 7% year over year. And so the Fed does need to focus on that, and they said that they're going to. Whether or not we actually see rate cuts this year, we'll see. The Fed today said that we're not going to see rate cuts at all this year, and the market was higher. But if that does hold true, I mean, we're going to continue in this trend throughout the year. We're going to continue this bear market, grind lower. And I think that there's definitely a lot more pain to come, not only in the stock markets, but in the actual economy. I think a lot of people have yet to lose their jobs that will probably lose their jobs. There will be people forced out of their homes. And I think it could get really ugly if the Fed keeps tightening the way that they are, and certain pieces fall into place. So that's where we're at right now in the stock market. I mean, we could still break to the upside. That's the very real possibility. There are a lot of key levels telling us that that won't happen, but yeah, we'll just have to see. This double top up here, the rejection of this zone, the continuation of rejecting this trend line makes me think that we're still headed to the downside, but who knows? Crazier things have happened. That's just what I'm looking at. I was trying to pull up Bitcoin earlier, but it wasn't cooperating with me. Let me see if I can get that chart up right now. Okay, it's up. Great. So Bitcoin is in a similar situation. We've just been consolidating. If you've been following Bitcoin for the last couple months, this is nothing new. We consolidated for about 5 months in this range, broke to the downside, and now we're sitting just under 17,000. There's been a lot of support on this zone at the 16K mark. I'm still looking for a slightly lower price on it. Obviously, this is still a great price on Bitcoin if you want to hold it for the long term, but I do think the 9 to 12,000 is definitely still a very real possibility on Bitcoin, especially if we get that next leg down in the stock market. Now, if we get that leg down in the stock market and Bitcoin kind of holds this level, which I don't think would happen, but if it does, that would be a really big sign for Bitcoin that there's some very serious support here, and there's a lot of people willing to buy this level. And that would be big for Bitcoin. Again, I don't think that would happen, but it is a very real possibility. So I'll keep it short today. We're still kind of going sideways on the markets, so nothing really huge to talk about. But I hope everyone enjoyed their Wednesday. I appreciate everybody watching and listening to this episode. If you enjoyed it, or if you listen to these often, please follow wherever you listen to podcasts. It would mean a lot to me. And subscribe wherever you, I was going to say wherever you watch YouTube videos, but just subscribe on YouTube. One of these episodes will come out every day that the market is open. So again, thank you. I hope everyone had a great Wednesday, and I will see you tomorrow.